Knicks just lost to the worst team in the league with a 4-point lead with 1 minute to go. Let's talk about it, man. What's poppin', folks? 10th game strong. BN, you probably right, bro. Because right now, we looking real bad. Real bad. How do we lose a 4-point lead with 1 minute to go versus the Atlanta Hawks? You know, that's just it's just unacceptable. You know what I'm saying? It's totally unacceptable. And I have nobody to blame but Jeff Hornacek. That's the only person I can blame. Because if you look down the stretch, and I'm gonna fix my thing up here in a second. But if you look down the stretch, man, the Knicks are just discombobulated. It's like they haven't practiced things. They don't know what they're doing. And it's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. You know, I don't know if Hornacek has lost. It seems like he's lost the locker room very clearly because I don't know. Maybe he hasn't. Maybe it's just his coaching style. Maybe he's just not a good coach. Maybe that's just what it is. But it's embarrassing for me. I see someone says Tim is to blame. How so? How is Tim to blame? I mean, Tim didn't play well. I agree. But I can't blame Tim. Is that what somebody said up there? I thought I saw somebody say Tim is to blame. I'm not going to blame the refs because even though that crazy play happened, we still had a 4-point lead with 1 minute to go. You know, to me, it is unexpected. It just can't happen. You have a 4-point lead against the worst team in the league. You win that game. That's it. You win that game. And there's to me, there's just no reason that you lose that game against the worst team in the league. You know, so it's ridiculous. And I'm starting to feel like Hornacek has maybe lost the team, lost the locker room. You know, especially with things, and how much of that is due to Joakim Noah? I don't know. Maybe that's one of the reasons that they needed Joakim Noah to be exiled from the team. Maybe Joakim Noah's lack of leadership, maybe his feud with Jeff Hornacek was going deeper or going longer than we knew. And maybe it affected the locker room. You know, we had said it a few weeks ago that there's something going on in the locker room. It seemed like there was something going on in the locker room. Maybe that was it. And maybe it's had such an impact on the locker room. Maybe the locker room is split. Maybe Joakim Noah's influence with everything that happened has made the team, I don't want to say go against Hornacek, but, you know, have some animosity towards Hornacek. Who knows? I don't know. I can't explain that. You know, I'm really just grasping at things right now. I don't know what it is. I'm not blaming Noah. I'm saying maybe the issues that they had runs deeper than just what we've learned the last few weeks. You know, it could have been something that it could have been ongoing since he's came back. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It could have been something that's been ongoing in the locker room. And then obviously you have Billy Hernangomez, who's, you know, had some issues about his playing time. So, you know, I'm not blaming Joakim Noah. I'm just saying maybe it's possible that whatever went on between Jeff Hornacek and Joakim Noah, it's been going on longer than just the last 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's something that's been going on for 2 months or since Noah's come back from suspension. You know, maybe. And maybe that has impacted the team. Maybe it had a negative impact on the team. I don't know. I'm just grasping at straws. I'm not blaming anyone. Obviously, for what we see in the fourth quarter, I'm blaming Jeff Hornacek. There's no way that I'm gonna bring these plays back because I want to look at them. Hopefully, it's ready to go. Because it's very clear that we do not know what we're doing on these last second plays. We have no clue what's happening or what's going on. No clue. We're lost. And it's when you're 54 games into the season, it can't happen. And we talked about it in the last stream, in the last show. 53 games into the season, you should know who can do what, who does what well, who can score from where, who can set screens for you, who's going to rebound, who's going to be able to take and hit those last-minute shots, and also what plays you're going to run in those last-second situations. Listen, those last-second situations don't happen that often, They don't happen. It's not like they happen every single game. So teams aren't going to know every single one of your last-second plays from and out of bounds. That's something that you should have practiced it, and you should have practiced different variations of the same play. Instead, we have a botched play, and Tim Hardaway Jr. steps out of bounds. Because that wasn't the play. I don't care what you say. That wasn't the play. That was just botched. And then, when we have a chance to tie, we go to Tim Hardaway Jr. when he's not even hitting. What was the purpose of having KP set a screen for Tim Hardaway Jr. for the three instead of have Tim Hardaway Jr. set a screen for KP? Tim Hardaway Jr. hadn't been hitting. I know he's hit him in the past for us, but he wasn't hitting tonight. Why not go to KP in that situation? Why not bring him? KP can move off the screen. KP can curl off of a screen and pull up and hit the three. We've seen him do it before. He can do it from three. He can do it from two. Porzingis, he hasn't had a chance to hit a game winner yet. That wouldn't have been the game winner, but I don't even know if he's had a chance to hit maybe he has hit the tying basket, but that would have been a good big shot for him if he hit it. That was me. I called KP's number. And honestly, before that even started, or before that play, before that last play, I would have went to Trey Burke. We were down 2. I would have set some screens for Trey Burke to get the ball from out of bounds. And I would have cleared out and let him go one-on-one. Quickest guy in the court, or one of the quickest, at least for our team, the quickest guy in the court. I would have cleared out and let him go. His pull-up game is money. You know what I'm saying? You give him the ball at the top of the key. Maybe you send a screen coming from the box. You have a 1-4. You have a 1-4 set. A 1-4 set, which means you have Trey Burke at the top of the key. Everyone else spread out along the baseline. And then you bring one of your bigs up to set a screen at the top of the key. They set a screen. Trey Burke comes off the screen. He's got options. He can go to the basket. He can hit the roller. He can pull it up, or he can hit a guy curling off the baseline. That's what I would have did. He's the fastest man on the floor. Quickest man on the floor. He can get to the basket just about any time he wants. That's what I would have did there. Instead, we did a whole bunch of whatever, and you see how it ended up. You see how and where it ended up. Archives ain't up yet. At some point, though, we've got to pull one of these games out in these situations. One of these last-minute shots to tie the game. And I don't think, with Jeff Hornacek at the helm, I just don't know if we're disciplined enough to do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if we're disciplined enough to do it. We've had more than enough time to focus on some of these plays, work on our situational basketball game, and make some of these plays work. Where you guys' heads at, man? I'm talking. I'm not even reading the chat that much. I need to see what you guys are thinking. Knicks need their Heimlich maneuver. They're choking. You right about that, Rockwell. They're choking, man. They're choking in these last-minute situations. Choking. Gary Jackson, Frank, does he play hurt? I mean, he probably could have played if it was really an important, really, really important game. Maybe he could have played. I'm not too upset about it. He had a bruised knee, whatever. We'll see if he's back. Emmanuel, you say the locker room is close to giving up. You might be right. You know what I'm saying? You might be right. The locker room may be close to giving up. When you lose a 4-point lead to the worst team in the league, when you're on a team that says that they want to go to the playoffs, how can you not be close to giving up? It's inexcusable. It's inexcusable. It's almost inexcusable to lose to the worst team in the league, a team that's won 15 games all season. But it's even more inexcusable to lose to the worst team in the league when you're up 4 with 1 minute left. You know what I'm saying? Lay Buffon, you say if Frank don't play, trade him. He plays. He didn't play tonight. He played in the first half. He banged up his knee, so that's the reason why he only played 6 minutes. At least that's what was told to us. Who knows? Kevin Watson, you say there's no way Jeff returns next season. If we continue to perform like this, I'll have to agree with you. This continues to happen. Steve Mills, Scott Perry, they've got to be looking. They've got to be watching. They've got to see it. And it's obviously clear that a large part of it is coaching. Of course, players have to do something with it because they've got to perform on the floor. But when you get into those last-minute situations, those last-second situations, it's coaching more than not. It's coaching. You know what I'm saying? It's coaching. Hornacek has got to maybe he's waiting until the trade deadline. I don't know. But he's got to reevaluate his strategies, reevaluate who he's putting on the floor. They've got to do something to rededicate the team. I mean, when you look right now, the Knicks are, I want to see if I can, I really want to pull this up. I may not be able to pull it up until later. We'll see. I mean, the Knicks are, I think they've now fallen behind Charlotte in the playoff race. 4 games out of the 8th spot, which people say, oh, that's not a lot. But you know what? When you look, we're 23-31, 8 games below 500. Philadelphia is now 500. Detroit is a half a game out of the 8th spot at 25-26. And they just kind of boosted their roster a little bit, maybe, with Blake Griffin. We're not making the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? We're not. It's not happening. I don't care. It's not happening. We got to go on an 8-game win streak just to get to 500. Just to get to 500. So, it's not happening. It's not happening. It's time to totally and fully focus on the young guys. You know what I'm saying? We've got to fully focus on the young guys. That's it. That needs to be That needs to be what we do for the remainder of the season. Just focus on the youth. That's it. Nicola, you said we should go 19-9. We're not going 19-9. It's not happening. I don't believe it's happening. It's not going to happen. I can't see it. Sorry. It's not going to happen. There's no playoffs for this team. We're not making the playoffs. Like French Unicorn is saying right now, there's no playoffs. We're not making the playoffs. That's clear. And we could fall further down. I mean, we're 3-7 in the last 10. I haven't really looked at what we are in the last 20, 25 games to actually see what that record is, but it's not good, obviously. It's not good. We were 16-13 at one point. We've won 7 games since then. 16-13, what's that? 29 games. We've now played 54 games. So that's 26. We're like 7-16 in the last 23 games or something like that. Whatever. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. We're not making the playoffs. So it's time to just focus on the young guys. Even if we dip, it's time to focus on the young guys. Even if we fall in the standings, so what? We focus on the young guys. And we try to win with the young guys. We do what we can to win with the young guys. That's what we have to do. You know what I'm saying? We got to let these guys play. Let these guys learn. But then my question is this. Are we learning from Jeff Hornacek? That's my next question. If we're saying that we've got to focus on the young guys, then I want to know, are we learning from Jeff Hornacek? I can't say we are. I'm not sure if we are. You know what I'm saying? Not sure if we are, because when I see plays like, when I see execution like we see tonight or today, then it's clear and it's obvious that the guys aren't learning. Either the guys aren't learning or they're not motivated. But being motivated goes into learning. So I'm going to open up the lines. I'm going to open it up. I want you guys to answer me that question. Is the team learning from Jeff Hornacek? Are our young guys learning from Jeff Hornacek? Is he teaching them? Is he developing them? Or is he hurting their growth? You know what I'm saying? Is he hurting their growth? And while I'm waiting for a call, we're going to take a minute, look at some of these, just kind of look at the recap of the game while we're waiting for somebody to jump in. Okay, we got Isaiah on the line calling in. Isaiah, give me a minute. All right. Get my headphones popping. Give me a minute, Isaiah. I'm going to just look at the recap real quick. As soon as I get my headphones together. All right. Who's Mark? I see you on the line. You're going to have to hold on for a minute because we already got Isaiah on the line, all right? So call back next, who's Mark. But all right, I'm going to bring this on over. You see we got Isaiah up in the corner. What's popping with you, man? Hold on. Let me open this up. Okay, what's up? What's popping with you, man? Give a shout out to the chat.
What's going on, chat? Black is time. You already know what's good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. And so I see while you're on here, I'm gonna go over this box score right quick.
Yeah.
Real fast, just so we can, get a good feel for this game.
Now take your time, do your thing.
But just looking at, Hardaway was shot 33%. There was no reason, in my opinion, that Hardaway should have been the one taking that second shot. Really should have been KP taking that shot. Shot 45% from the field, 33% from three. But even though Hardaway and Porzingis shot the same from three, Porzingis had it going a little much better than Hardaway did tonight. Hardaway was full of blunders tonight. Cantor, 10 points, 12 rebounds. He did his thing. He didn't score as well as he didn't play as well as he's been playing, but he still played well. Courtney Lee didn't do much. 7 minutes. Jarrett Jack, 11 points, 4 assists, 26 minutes. Trey Burke played 20 minutes, 14 points. He was used down the stretch. He was used in that last 3 minutes of the game. He was used, which is good. That was a good move. They should have used him more because in that last few seconds in the game, the Knicks could have tied it up. Before Hardaway stepped out of bounds, I felt like they should have went to Trey Burke. Regardless how long he's been on the team, I don't care. Trey Burke is our best penetrator, and his pull-up game is lethal. If you would have went to Trey Burke, I think we would have tied the game up right there. Spread the floor out, 1-4 set, go to Trey Burke. Maybe you send a screen, maybe you don't. Go to Trey Burke. I think we tie up the game on a Trey Burke pull-up or him going to the basket. That's just my opinion and where I think we should have went in that situation. You know what I'm saying? But, we went to something else where the guys just kind of stood around, passed the ball in, and then we stepped out of bounds. So there it was. The Knicks won the rebound game. Only 16 assists tonight, 15 turnovers. Shot 43% from the field, 21% from three, 60% from the free throw line. We haven't been shooting free throws well lately. We've got to do something. So, Isaiah, what's popping, bro? Go ahead and talk to the chat. I took up enough of your time, man. Go ahead and talk to the chat.
It's good, man. It's good, man. It's what's today, man? It's crazy, man. I was telling the other Knicks fans today is the signature loss of the day of the year. It happens every year.
Mm-hmm.
You get this one, like last year was the Philadelphia. This year, it's done. We're not making the play. Honestly, I didn't think we was gonna make the playoffs since the beginning, like around mid-January. I didn't think we was gonna make it. It's crazy. Jeff has lost the team a second year straight again. He's lost the team again around the same time. He did it last year. The team gave up last year.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing it again.
So you think Jeff has lost the locker room? Hold on for 1 minute. Hey, when I have somebody on a call, we only have one line. All right, so every time you guys call in, when I have somebody on the call, the message goes off and we can't hear. All right, so you got to wait until the call is over. I'm sorry, Isaiah. Go ahead.
Oh no, that's good. I'm sorry. What was he lost the team again. It's about that time, man. He lost it, man. He lost the team again. They're giving up on him. Honestly, I don't know what they call. I don't know what they're coming out there with. I don't know the game execution. I don't know the identity of this team. I don't know nothing about this team, to be honest with you.
Right. I agree. And yeah, we don't, in the first 20 games, we were playing well, but people wasn't really sure what we could do. The second 20 games was the time that we really needed to form our identity because we knew teams were going to be able to game plan for us, and we didn't. We didn't form an identity. And now that and because we never formed an identity, maybe some of it had to do with injuries, but if you form an identity, if you have a philosophy, anyone that steps in has to adhere to that philosophy, adhere to that identity. But because we never formed one, things just got away from us. And now we're just kind of reeling out there trying to decide what we are and who we are as a team. And it's done. And I feel like Jeff Hornacek hasn't, whatever he was doing in the beginning of the year, and maybe it really all had to do with with us being a team that other teams haven't seen before, so they really couldn't game plan for us, and maybe it really had to do with that. But whatever he was doing at the beginning of the season, however he motivated the team, he's not able to do it now.
Exactly, because it's like, oh no, you go, you finish.
Yeah, and it's clear that he's not able to manage. He's not able to manage our adjustments to what other teams are doing. He's not able to manage adjustments. He's not able to use the players. I don't know. It's like he's not really focusing on what players do well and say, okay, I'm going to use you in these situations because this is what you do well.
Exactly.
It's kind of like, here's what it is that I'm doing, and I'm going to put you out there, and hopefully you can do it. It's like he started something at the beginning of the year, but didn't make any changes throughout the year to keep up with what other teams are doing to impact us. So it's
man, it definitely is, because it's like last year I gave him the benefit of the doubt because I was like, okay, he's under Phil Jackson, he has to run the triangle, and I thought they were giving up because of Phil, but now it's looking like, yo, because I even noticed it, like around, the same thing happened last year. We were like 17 and like 14 Christmas Day. We lost Christmas Day. Same thing this year. We were like we were 17 and 16 this year. Coming Christmas, we lost Christmas. And then that's when everything became crazy. And it was just like, I'm noticing it. I'm like, yo, this is the same thing that happened last year. We were coming off good. We were like the year before, we were third in the East. I think we were like seventh or sixth this year. And it was just like, yo, man, this is the same thing happened last year. Yeah. And it's just like, I just don't get it. I mean, and what's really frustrating with Hornacek is like, he's not even doing what Scott Perry and Steve Mills want him to do.
Right.
That's the crazy part. Because in the beginning of the year, I was already accepting, like, okay, we're not going to be good. We're just going to develop the youth and get draft picks.
Right.
And what's his name not even doing it? It's like, yo, like, okay, I understand he was hurt today, but what's the excuse from yesterday, the other game? He only played 16 minutes.
Right.
Where's Billy? I understand Billy doesn't play good defense, but he has to go out there. You have to do it. You gotta do it, because it's just he's not developing. He's not developing, and it's like I said before, on another time, that 48 win season. I'm not trying to say it was a fluke, because it takes talent to coach him, but if that's the only thing hanging on Jeff's resume that makes him good, he hasn't done anything else to make me prove that he can do anything.
I agree. Yeah, he hasn't done anything else.
Yeah, and it's just like, and then I mean, I don't know, man. Tim Hardaway's frustrating me. He's acting like John Starks a little bit at Game 6. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just like, I don't know, man. It's just like, you gotta, I don't know, man. You gotta take these players out if they're going through a stretch, man. You just gotta. I know you gotta keep them out there to keep them, but it's just like, if you want to keep your job, you got to do what's best. Tim Hardaway's not. He is just literally not playing good basketball right now.
Right.
It's just how it is. He's not playing good basketball.
He's not.
You got to take him out, and you got to play somebody else.
Right. And when Tim Hardaway gets in those stretches where he's not playing well, like you've seen in that last, when KP missed the free throw and Tim Hardaway got the rebound, why would he not bring that back out?
Listen, man.
You were up by 4. You could have brought it back out, milked some clock. Even if you missed it, you at least milk. Even if you turned the ball over or you took a shot at the in the last 5 seconds of the shot clock, you still milk 20 seconds off the clock.
Exactly.
Just not smart.
Yeah,
not smart.
Tim did. I'm not gonna even lie. That's not even the first time Tim did that.
Yeah, I know.
I remember it was the Utah game in New York. We were up by 6 with like a minute and 30 seconds left. And he took a deep 3 in the beginning of the shot clock, and they went and shot a 3. And it's like, when is Jeff going to say, like, Like,
Right.
it's crazy. Like, 20, you gonna really shoot the ball with 22 seconds left on us? What are you doing? That's literally not smart basketball. And then
Yeah.
you lose confidence when people start saying, "Oh, why are we paying him $17 million a year
Right.
to do games?" Like,
Right.
you got to play smart, man. I'm not. You got to play smart. It's just crazy.
Yeah. Well, Isaiah, I'm gonna let somebody call in. I know I got some other people that want to call in. Thank you
Yeah,
for the call,
I
bro.
know Mark want to call.
Yeah, you want to call in. I'm letting him get his, man. All right, bro.
All right, man. Black is time, man. Good talking to you.
Time again, bro. Peace. Yeah, for sure, man. Tim Hardaway made a couple of some bad plays. I'm not really gonna blame him so much for him stepping out of bounds. What happens? That right there, I blame on Jeff Hornacek because there was not really a play drawn up at that moment. We seen it was Trey Burke and Kyle O'Quinn just kind of standing there calling for the ball. There was really nothing in play. So I can't blame Tim Hardaway for that, right? Because there was no structure to it. But some other plays you can blame Tim Hardaway. Especially for that when he got the rebound off the free throw, there was no reason for him to shoot that ball. Should have brought it back out. Should have happened. You know what I'm saying? Mark, what's going on, man?
So it's my turn, right?
It's your turn, bro. It is your turn. I'm just gonna sit back. I am gonna sit back.
Shout out to the refs. I want to shout out to Tim Hardaway. I want to shout out to the Knicks always finding a way to take my heart out my soul. Mm-hmm. What the hell was that at the end?
Keep it clean. Keep it clean.
Why did he get the ball at the end?
Keep it clean. Keep it clean. But I'm gonna let you go.
PG-13. Sorry, this is gonna be
clean.
PG-13.
Keep it clean. Today was Kids Day at the Garden. It's early in the day. You never know who's on the line, bro. So we gotta keep it clean.
This coach is stubborn as hell because that stretch where the fourth quarter, let's say around like that 8-minute mark, where he took out Trey Burke when he was cooking.
Right.
To put Jack back in.
Right.
And he turned the ball over twice in the last 5 minutes, and then put him back in the third in the last 3 minutes. You cannot do that because you was messing up the momentum now. I want to shout out to KP because he carried us until we had a whole bunch of idiots. Kyle Quinn too. He wanna do this turnaround step back jump shot. Like he could lift, like he could lift off the floor. That was a bad shot. What the hell was that?
I'm with you. That's bad basketball. And ultimately, it comes back to coaching. It really does.
Why are we losing to Dwayne Dedman? Schroeder wasn't even cooking. Schroeder was shut down. If he had cleaned this up a little bit, I'd be like, I'd have took the loss. But he didn't even score 10 points.
You're right.
This coach these rotations kill me because he takes out players when they're doing good and puts in a player that wasn't doing good. Just stop, please, because this is going to send me to the hospital. The way it's killing me. How do we lose like that today, man?
I know, man. Dennis Schroeder, 10 points, 6 assists, 31 minutes.
Tim Hardaway did some. Honestly, personally, that was the most dumbest thing I ever seen the NBA player do. Why would you get the rebound and shoot it back up like we didn't have another 24-second shot clock? At 44 seconds, we'd have won the game.
Basketball IQ. That's what that is. Basketball IQ.
And another thing, this little defense that we're playing, we cannot switch because Kyle O'Quinn cannot move his feet. Oh my God! It's like we're playing a triangle defense. Cause that's how that's how Bazemore got the open three.
Well,
why was 3 players loaded on the right side of the floor while Kez Bazemore was saying, hey guys, I'm about to hit a shot. What the hell was
Yeah,
that?
and well, I'm gonna get a chance. That was due to some bad defensive rotations, right? You seen Kylo Quinn, and when I get a chance to pull it up, I'll pull it up.
Christ.
You seen Dennis Schroeder penetrated. Trey Burke was there. He was there. He was with Dennis Schroeder when he penetrated, but Kylo Quinn dipped all the way down into the paint to help out. The ball got kicked back out to whoever he was guarding. Kylo Quinn was guarding. Tim Hardaway helped out there. Kylo Quinn was supposed to go help out on Bazemore. He stayed in the paint for the rebound. And so then there it was, wide open, clearly wide open. But that still goes back to me. It goes back to coaching, because those are the things that you teach your players. You teach your players how to rotate.
You know what irks me about Hornacek? It's like when shit happens, he smirks. So it's like, why are you smirking? That's rubbing me the wrong way watching you. He's just laughing. All the time he's just laughing. And on the podium tonight, the refs got the no, they got it wrong. They didn't get shit right, because that causes the game.
Language, man. Keep it clean. Keep it clean. Keep it clean. You got to keep it clean, Mark. Got to keep it clean. It's prime time during the day, man. Kids could be on.
What the heck was that call? The refs made a wrong decision? No! The game should have kept going. I never seen nothing like that in my life. My 28 years on this earth, I never seen a call like that in my life.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But it happens to the Knicks. Oh, congratulations.
That was crazy. That was crazy. That was wild. I don't know what that was, but that was wild. Shouldn't have happened, but that was wild. Hey, Mark. You still here?
Yeah, I'm here.
We don't have to send no cops to your door, do we?
Yo, you should see me when the Knicks lost, because my TV almost got it. It's like I have like when shit goes down like that, I have like an impulsive anger. Like I get over it the next 5 minutes. But when you see shit like that happens, it's no way you could be normal after what you just seen.
I can tell
you can't be normal. As a Knicks fan, and as how many years of blunder and crap that happens like this, you can't take it no more. I can't. This is worse than a girl cheating on you. That's how I be feeling when the Knicks lose on some dumb shit like this.
Ooh, I can tell you got some impulsive anger.
I'm sorry. This is unacceptable. Why can't we have a little bit of decency of luck? Anytime we get a spit of luck, something dumb happens. I can't. I really can't. I can't.
Hey, Mark. You know who the Mad Rapper is?
No, who's that?
You never heard of Mad Rapper?
Nah.
You need to go back and listen to some Bad Boy records back in the day and listen to the Mad Rapper. You sound like the Mad Rapper. I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna get a clip of the Mad Rapper. You sound like the Mad Rapper, man.
Oh yeah, you know what we need to do too? Trading deadline. Yeah, Courtney Lee's wasting his time here. We could trade him for a pick. Kylo Quinn could go. Who else we could ship? We could ship Cantor too. We can get some nice pieces from. Just keep the because these guys is not executing. Why is Atlanta Hawks and I don't even know their roster. Why do they cut harder? Why do they come over the screen? We have decent players and they can't do that. They can't go over the pick. They can't do that.
Hey man.
Why is no name players playing better than people that have names? I don't get it. Every time the Knicks get players that can at least do something decent, they don't do it here. What is going on?
I'm with you 100%, bro. 100%. Hey, Mark, man, I'm going to let you go. I want you to take a chill pill, try to relax a little bit.
It's so point. I want to move the Knicks out of New York because when players come here, they just want to live here and go to the clubs and get women. And when they want to get on the floor, they don't want to play. And they always say, oh, it's good to play in the Garden. You don't act like it.
Hey, I hear you. Hey, Mark, I'm going to let you go.
All right, man.
Stay on the chat, but I want you to stay easy, all right?
I'm in my deathbed.
Stay easy, bro. You got to stay easy for us, all right? All right?
Yo,
stay easy, relax a little bit.
I can't believe we could. It's like, how many scenarios are we going to, like, lose like this? This is new. This is new for the books.
You're right. I got you, bro. Hey, I'm going to let you go, Mark, all right? Thanks for the call, bro. Okay, I got my man Marty Knicks on the line. Marty, what's popping with you, Marty? I'm gonna get you on the screen in a second. Give me a minute, all right? Give me 1 minute. I'm gonna get you on the screen. My man Mark was going in, but I understand his frustration for real. You know what I'm saying? I think we all feel the same way. We just don't let it out like Mark lets it out. You know what I'm
The math.
saying? But you know, but I don't blame him. I get it. You know, it's frustrating. You know what I'm saying? It's real frustrating. It's real frustrating. But I want to make sure, you know, Mark, I want to make sure you good. You got to be good, bro. Don't bust up your TV. Don't throw things around the house. You know what I'm saying? That stuff costs money. I don't know what kind of job you got or what you do for a living, but save your money, bro. You know what I'm saying? The Knicks not gonna pay you back for that. Save your money. You know what I mean? Mighty Knicks, what's popping, bro?
Hey, big brother, how you doing?
I'm chilling, man. How you feeling today?
I'm Knicks family. Hey, shout outs to French, my big brother.
Okay, no doubt. Shout out to the
Not the
chat.
Mad Rapper, you're so correct.
I see that Porzingis jersey behind you.
Yes, sir. I got the
Okay.
what do you call it? The Mad Rapper is so correct. I swear to God, he sounds like the Mad Rapper.
Sound like the Mad Rapper for real. I'm gonna play him too. I'm pulling it up. I'm gonna play it because he sounds just like the Mad Rapper. You know what I'm saying? The Mad Knicks fan. That's what I'm giving Mark a spot on the show. Hey Mark, I'm gonna hit you up on Skype this week. Hold on for 1 minute, Marty. Mark, I'm gonna hit you up on Skype this week. We're gonna talk about doing something called the Mad Knicks fan. Something like that. We're gonna do something like that. We're gonna talk about this.
Calls me Embiid on here, so trust the process.
Yeah. So, hey, Ronald Cleveland, I got somebody on the line. Got somebody on the line already, Ronald. You got to call in afterwards. So, Marty, what I want to know from you.
Yeah.
So we're talking about now. We know. I think it's pretty clear, and I think all Knicks fans agree that it's time to just play the young guys.
Absolutely. I've been
and
saying
let the
that.
young guys play.
I've been saying that since the start of the losing streaks. When Tim Hardaway was out, I already gave up at that point. I was all for Frank developing and bringing up Trey Burke and everything like that. So I've been on the bring the young guys on and let them develop
And let them do it.
Trust
right.
the process, like Embiid always
Exactly.
says.
And but so what I want to know though, I think it's universal. Everyone agrees. Play the young guys. But is Jeff Hornacek the guy to teach them? Are they learning from?
I don't know about Jeff. I really,
Are they learning from Jeff Hornacek? That's my concern when we talk about play the young guys.
I think he's just like looking at the clock, and he's like, "Hey, Trey got 10 minutes. Sit him down. Put Frank in for 10 minutes. Let me sit out." He's just looking at the time. He's not even paying attention to adjusting to the game plan, what the other teams are doing. No counter moves. He's not playing chess. He's just sitting there. Oh, let me give 10 minutes. He's just looking at the time, like when you go to work or something like that.
Right.
You get 10 minutes.
Right.
When we needed Noah, Eldrick, what do you call it? When we were playing the Spurs, and KP was getting manhandled, he wouldn't even put Noah in the game. And then another game where we got killed by I can't remember who it was. We needed Lance, and didn't even play Lance at all. And that's the only game I wanted Lance in the game, and he didn't play Lance.
Right.
He plays Lance in the other games where he does nothing.
Right.
We don't need him. He's just looking at the clock. Oh, he just time management. He needs to I don't know. He needs to adjust. What's the other team doing? Are they do we need scoring? Do we need defense? What do we need? He's just putting in players. Oh, you got 10 minutes. Your time. Time to sit down.
Yeah. And I hope that's not what he's doing. Sometimes it does look like that, though, right? Hope that but you see him screaming and hollering and yelling. I just don't think his techniques are effective at all.
Yeah, he's not adjusting at all.
Yeah, his techniques aren't effective.
He got killed twice with the same. They did the same thing to us twice. Didn't adjust at all.
Mm-hmm.
And then other game, the Bulls too. He could have, he could have sat Jack down for a little bit. I think we could have had that Bulls game. A lot of games I've seen him. Just the rotations is horrible.
Right. And So then it's that's concerning because we got a lot
Absolutely.
of young guys that need to develop. And if
Absolutely.
he doesn't have the ability to develop them, then what is his purpose? What's he here
Exactly.
for? And how
Exactly.
much is he going to set our guys behind?
Exactly.
Because it's so important with young players that are 19, 20, 21, 22 years old that you develop the proper and the right habits and that you learn the right techniques at a young age because these things they carry on. Once you
Yeah.
develop a habit, it's hard to break it. So you got to develop right habits. And if he's not able to develop them and teach them the right way to play the basketball game,
Yeah,
part of teaching the game is teaching players how to make decisions in certain situations. Now, players are going to make mistakes. Tim Hardaway's been in the league long enough.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And you don't make like that last second that shot that Tim Hardaway pulled when he got KP's
yeah,
rebound. You
that's a
don't
rookie
a,
mistake.
a
Yeah.
a player with a high basketball IQ or a player that fears what his coach might do. If that was Greg Popovich, Hardaway doesn't take that
Oh,
shot. I guarantee you, because the next
yeah.
game he knows he's sitting and he's
That's a
not
rookie
getting in.
mistake. That's a rookie mistake.
You know what I'm saying? If Greg Popovich was there, if it was Pat Riley,
Mm-hmm.
somebody like that, even though Pat Riley's not coaching, but Tim Hardaway doesn't take that shot.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because
I don't.
he
I
fears
don't.
his coach. They don't fear Jeff Hornacek. And
They
I'm not
don't.
saying a fear like, oh, he's going to beat me up, but a
Right.
healthy fear of the person who is in authority.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And what could happen as far as you basketball wise. I don't think players fear Jeff Hornacek that way, and I think that's a problem.
Exactly. I really think Jeff doesn't like Frank. I don't think Tim Hardaway likes Frank. They never pass him the ball and everything like that. I just noticed little things like that. Um, it's just like I don't know. They're not big fans of Frank. I can tell.
Yeah, you don't think so?
No, no. I think they're
You say
getting
you
enough.
don't think Hardaway and who else?
Hardaway, Burke, and then plus I don't think Scott Perry likes him too.
I don't know. I think I definitely. I've seen Burke get a few assists off of
No,
Frank.
right? They're all from Michigan.
Huh?
They're all from Michigan, right? I think Tim Hardaway.
Yeah,
Burke,
Tim Hardaway, Burke, Scott Perry all got ties in Michigan.
yeah.
Yeah, they do. But I don't know. I mean, you could be. I don't know. Tim Hardaway always looks angry, so you never know what Tim.
Never
Who,
passes the ball. He
you
never
know,
passes the ball. I never seen him pass the ball to Frank. Never.
you know. Yeah, that is true. He doesn't pass the ball to Frank that much though. I'll give you that. Yeah. Tim Hardaway doesn't really pass the ball to Frank that much.
The time is time. I know you don't like tanking and everything like that, but I think it's time.
Well, I mean, I think this. I don't think that. I just don't think that. I think you play the young guys, and whatever happens from there happens. That's what I
Okay.
think. I don't think you purposely, because to me, and I explained this before. To me, tanking is, let's say you decide you're gonna play the young guys,
Mhm.
right? Now, let's say
I
you
mean,
decide to tank. Let's say you decide to tank. I think there's a difference. If you're tanking and you're playing you're playing Dotson, and he starts averaging 25 points a game. I'm not saying he's going to do this. I'm just saying hypothetically. He starts
Well,
averaging 25 points a game, and you're like, wait a minute, he's winning games for us. You go on a 5-6 game win streak, right? And Damian Dotson is averaging 25 points a game. If you're tanking, you might be like, we need to find a reason to sit Damian Dotson. You understand my point now?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we want to lose. So, Damian Dotson has a bruised knee. He's got to sit out or something like that. That's what I mean. If you're playing the young guys, you can play the young guys and try to win. That right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can play the young guys, but you still try to win.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But you
think
give the
last
young
season-
guys to play down the stretch. You let them play down the stretch.
Yeah,
You
I
let
think
them play the
last-
bulk of the minutes. You teach them how to win. You teach them the all the habits that are included in winning a game, and in winning in the NBA. You teach that to them.
Last season we won the last 3 games. I think it was with Ron Baker and that. They won a couple of games for us. So when you give those guys a chance, they will they'll put effort, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, so that's what I think. I think you try to win with young guys now. You know what I'm saying? And you go that way. Hey, Ron Cleveland. One second, Marty. Ron Cleveland. I don't know if you're listening or if you're just calling in, but hopefully you're listening. If you're listening in, you would know that we have somebody else on the line, and I can't do 2 calls at once. We don't have a measure right now to put you on hold. So clearly you're not listening to the show, but
No, I just want to check in, man. I'm gonna get off. What do you call it, man? I love your show, man. Thank you for everything.
Appreciate you, Marty.
Everybody in there, even little Lily. Shout outs to you too.
Yeah, appreciate you, Marty. All right, man. I'm gonna go ahead and answer this call with Ron Cleveland. Ron.
What's going on, man? Simeon?
Hey, what's up, man? Hey, I don't know if you're listening to the show, but when I have somebody else on, I can't take another call at the same time.
Okay. I feel you.
All right, you know what I'm saying? So, you had to kind of wait a minute till they get off and then try to call in again. All right.
I got you, man.
Yeah.
This was a tough one. This was a tough one today, man. I just, you know how everybody feel about Hornacek. I mean, that ship is sailed. But thinking about Hardaway, man, that shot, I was just so perplexed by that. I'm like, how you take that shot? If he would have just milked the clock right there, game over. Game over. Game over. And the only thing I give Hornacek credit with today, letting Trey Burke play, I was 100% on board with that. And if you looked at the offense flowed better with Trey Burke in there. When Jack was in the game, I watched him. That kid takes too many shots. He's not even looking for KP, like other callers have said, man. He wasn't even looking for him.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's a tough loss. It's a tough loss. To me, it's one of the worst losses of the season. You know what I'm saying? Because we, I mean, you talk about you saying you want to make the playoffs, and if that's the case, you got to win. You got to beat teams like this. 4-point lead down to the last. With a minute left, you gotta win. You know what I'm saying? You gotta win. So
how many of these games we've had this year like this? Like if we was to like digging the archives for this year, how many of these games we've blown like this? Blowing multiple point leads. It's just a clear cut sign of undiscipline and bad coaching. And bad coaching.
Yeah.
And that 3-point, that Bazemore shot that he had all day to shoot in that corner. I was like, you guys should be kidding me.
Right. And and I mean, I think this right here signals the end of the season.
It signals the end of the season.
As far as playoffs, as far as playoffs, I think this really signals the end of the season. I know a lot of people been, saying it was over, but I wanted to, give us a chance because I thought we had some winnable games coming up. Well, not now, back then. Few weeks ago, I was like, well, we had winnable games. Let's see if we can win these games. But obviously we couldn't, and I think this marks the end of our playoff race. I think it does.
I agree with you too. And it's sad too because I remember listening to you like his rotations, and you think about this as long as he's had training camp, he's had these players. If you don't know what your rotation is by now, that's a clear cut sign you don't know what you're doing.
Right.
You don't know what you're doing. You should have had by the time training camp is over, you should know who you're going to have playing. You should know who's going to be on the bench, getting spot minutes. Jerry Jack shouldn't even be in the game as much. I don't know. I lost track of how many turnovers he had in this game. He's another reason why they lost this game today.
Yeah.
Ill-advised turnovers.
Yep. I agree with you. 100%, man.
Ill-advised.
Yeah.
We could have used Frank today, I tell you that.
We could have used him. I don't know how bad. They said he had a knee bruise. I'm wondering how much of a knee bruise it was that he had. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he was on the bench. He probably could have went back in the game. I'm thinking he probably could have went back in the game.
I wonder about that too, and I'm gonna tell you, I have a theory on the Trey Burke situation, on why he didn't play Trey Burke in that last game.
I'm
thinking really is because if you remember, they started reporting that this is going to be some point guard controversy. So Trey Burke was playing great up till the game that he decided not to play the guy.
Yeah.
And now you're playing him this game because you had to play him because Frank's out. But I'm thinking he know that Trey Burke is the best point guard at this time. I'm not knocking Frank. I love Frank. I think he's going to be great.
Yeah.
I love him. But you play who going to give you the best chance to win. And Trey Burke earned the time to play in that last game. I don't understand why he didn't play him. And I'm like, when I look at it, I'm like, okay, I guess he's trying to protect Frank a little bit. But everybody knows Frank's the future. He's not right now the point guard for the team.
Yeah. 1 minute. Hey, Tyon, I see Tyon. You say what winnable games? We had some winnable games in January. I don't care if they were on the road or not. We had winnable games. If you look back, Tyon, I'm going to go back. I know they were on the road, and I know what you're saying, that we're a bad road team and those type of things. Thank you, Brian, and those type of things. But, you know, we had winnable games. Look, we could have beat Milwaukee, even though we figured we probably would have lost to Milwaukee. We could have beat Milwaukee.
Don't scare me.
They
don't scare me.
You know, the Nets. We played the Nets. Let's see. Before the Nets, we played the Suns, and we did beat the Suns, of course. We could have beat the Nuggets. That's a winnable game. I'm not saying that that's a game that you should have won. I'm just saying it's a winnable game. Obviously, we wasn't beating Golden State. We could have beat the Lakers. We did beat the Jazz. Right? We could have beat the Grizzlies. These are all teams that we could have beat. We did beat the Nets. Right? We should have beat New Orleans at home. We beat them in New Orleans. We could have beat them at home.
Look all the league
Minnesota,
games.
we probably figured we're going to lose to. We should have beat Chicago at home. Right? There's a lot of games in there that we could have won and should have won. You know what I'm saying? So that's why at that point back then, I was like, you know, let's see what happens because we got some winnable games ahead. Because we had some games. We would be told, if we beat, let's put it like this. You look right now, we're 23 and whatever we are, 31. If we beat Chicago, that makes us 24 and 30. Right? If we beat Chicago, which we could have beat Chicago. If we beat New Orleans at home, which we could have won, that makes us 25 and 29. Simple games. If we beat the Grizzlies in Memphis, which we could have won, right, that would make us 27 or 26 and 28. You know, those are games we could have won. If we beat the Lakers, we could have beat the Lakers. Those are games that we could have won. So that's what I mean why when I say back then, wanted to see what we did the rest of the month because we had winnable games. Those were games that were winnable. We played teams that were below 500, even though they were on the road. And in some of these games, we even had leads. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say that, Tyon. Why there were games that we could have won. And wanted to see what we did. Obviously, we just weren't a good enough team.
You know what's sad right now? Is that we just fly into the league gear. We still don't have an identity, man.
Yep. That's
we don't have an identity. And Scott Perry and Steve Mills, to me, I respect their thinking on things. I love the way the leadership is with those two guys seem to be in unison. But to me, I felt like when Phil was gone, you got rid of Melo, you needed to remove Hornacek and just start all over with the guy that you want to bring in. Because now we're going to have to basically take another step backwards because they're going to bring in another coach.
Yep.
Hornacek not going to be there next year. He's not going to be there.
Good chance he's not. Good chance.
He's not going to be there.
Yeah,
he might be gone before the end of the season if stuff keep going the way it's going.
Yeah. Hey, Ron, I'm going to let I got some other people that want to call in. I'm going to let them get a call in, bro.
Yeah, man. I appreciate it. I'll be looking on to see what we do against Milwaukee.
Yeah. What's your Super Bowl pick?
Hey, man, I gotta ride with them Eagles, man. I'm a Dolphins fan, so I'm not riding with them old cheating Patriots.
Okay, I feel you on that.
Cheat.
All right, Ronald, be easy, man. Enjoy the game tonight.
All right, man. You do the same.
All right, peace out. Yeah, folks, a lot of things going on with the Knicks. A lot of things going on, man. I want to give a shout out really quick to let me catch him to the kid Mike. Thank you for the super chat, bro. I really appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? If you got a chance to call in, you can call in. Definitely call in. Let me give you where you can call in. All right. And just to finish off with the kid Mike, he says, I know people want Mark Jackson, but if you can't get him, they need to be looking at Jason Kidd because he knows how to develop young talent. All right, that's the kid Mike. So I got Mike. I hope I say your last name right, Mike. Mike Hospitales or Hospitales? Hospitales. There we go. Yeah. Okay. All right. What do you think about that, Mike? About Jason Kidd? Where's your head at with Jason Kidd? What you think?
I don't know if he's my long term. I don't know if he's my long term coach, but he does develop people. Like, I mean, I don't think he's a bad coach. He took the Nets to the playoffs in his first year, and he turned Milwaukee into a squad. But they kind of did to him what they kind of did to Kidd what they did to Mark Jackson. He developed the squad into a playoff squad, into a legit squad, and then he got canned for somebody else.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the whole story is behind him. You know, what went on in Milwaukee. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure the whole story. I think in Brooklyn,
they went from like 3rd seed to like 8th seed in like 5 games. So there's like that's not gonna work.
But you know if you look at how tight it is in the East, you know what I'm saying. Yeah. You lose a couple games, you drop down quick.
Our record is bad, and we're 4 games outside.
4 games out, exactly. You know what I'm saying. And I think
this game today, man, I almost punched my TV in the face, man.
I think in Brooklyn, I think that what happened with Jason Kidd, I think it was kind of unfair in Brooklyn for real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He was a first-year coach, and he had to deal with Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Darren Williams.
Yeah.
Like, Joe
I think
Johnson.
The story they put out apparently was that he wanted to be president or something like that. He wanted to make trades and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And they weren't ready to give him all that power yet.
But you know, your first-year coach, and you gotta coach guys that you played with just a year ago. That's tough. and not just a couple of guys, but like, I mean, these guys are really his peers. You know what I'm saying? Now like you got to coach him. Yeah, kind of like Fisher. That's a tough deal. If you're going to be a brand new coach, you need to be coaching young guys, not guys that's not your peers. You know what I mean?
Not to sound wrong or nothing, but if you ask me, my man, Fisher was a better motivator than Jeffries.
Oh, yeah.
He wasn't a good coach. But I remember that game in Detroit. Remember when we went to Detroit like 2 years ago and we were down like 30? Mm-hmm. And they showed you that little on live TV too, on like national TV, and they showed you the little coach's corner where he told them, listen, we're the only people in this building that care about what we're doing, that care about our team. Right. So if we got to win, we got to try to win. And they pulled it all the way back to the end, but then Reggie Jackson buried us. But
but no, I agree. He's definitely a better motivator, and he probably
KP loved him too.
My only thing about Derek Fisher is sometimes it felt like he tried to be Phil Jackson too much. He tried to be too deep and stuff like that.
That's a fact.
I don't know if that always resonated with. It definitely didn't always resonate with the media. I don't know how much it resonated with the players, but he was definitely a better motivator, I think.
And his suits were always way too tight too. Like Jesus Christ.
Right.
What the hell was that? Yeah. Like, this was terrible. But yeah, watching this game today, man, oh my God. I mean, I don't get as mad as Mark did, but yeah, Mark was ready to. Mark, I mean, I'm 911, man. If you need to go to the psych room, give me a call. I got you.
There you go. Exactly. Hey, Mark, you hear that, right? Mark, you hear that?
Lost it, bro. I mean, he's right. He's right. It's been years of this nonsense, man.
Mm-hmm.
KP tried. And today KP showed us, especially in that fourth quarter, how they should play him. Stop trying to play him from the inside out. Play him from
Exactly.
the outside in.
Exactly.
He's not a post up dude. He's a face up four. He's a stretch big. Stop trying to play him like he's Shaq. He's not Shaq.
Exactly.
They want him to back down dudes that are way stronger than him, dudes that the bigs aren't as protected as the guards. So they would let him get hit. They would let him get hit. He would take elbows. He would take forearms. He would take pushes. You can get up under his legs anytime he tries to move, and the refs won't call it because he's 7'3". They're like, you're big to get that call. You're going to back down low. Even when you play on the courts regular, when you playing big, you expect to get hit, and you call a foul, they look at you like you're soft. Like, what?
Right.
And I'm looking at this game. KP played a game.
KP played good, man.
He played well. He came out, he hit his first three, and then got good to him. He's like, all right, I'm going to shoot a couple more, see where I'm at, see what touch I got right now.
Mm-hmm.
And he went, 0 for 7, and then he just went 5 for like 8 after that. It was beautiful. He shot well.
Right.
What does Tim do? Jeff has lost the team.
Yeah, I mean, and what is Tim, why is Tim taking that last shot? Why?
And he's colder than outside right now.
Exactly. Why is Tim taking that last shot? It make no sense.
It's cold as the middle of January right now. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, Jesus Christ. And that rebound that he threw back, oh my God, what was that?
Yeah.
And you said it earlier. They don't fear the coach, and that's what it is.
Yep.
That's what it is. Because listen, you could be in the league for 15 years on Pop's team, and you throw that up, you're done for the night.
You're done. You know what I'm saying? And they all, and everybody in the league, because they know who Popovich is and what he does and the reputation that he has.
Yeah.
As soon as you go to the Spurs, you fear Popovich.
Yeah, you have to.
As soon as you go there, you're scared. You know
what I'm saying? Lose playing time. You don't care what your resume is. He don't care how much clutch buckets you got. He don't care if you can put up 80 a night.
Right.
You do something dumb like that, you're done for the night. You don't need to play no more because you're not playing in my system.
Right.
Jeff has no idea what he's doing. How much games is this? We're 21-31, right? No, 23-31.
We're 23-31, so we're 54 games into the season.
Why don't we have a set rotation yet?
I can't even answer the question, man. I don't even know. You figure. I mean, of course, it's going to vary some nights. You know what I'm saying? But you should figure that he knows. Even when Trey Burke got there, he should have been able to figure it out pretty fast.
Pretty quick.
Still, he has nights where
Jack is supposed to be our savvy veteran, and he had some of the dumbest turnovers I have ever seen tonight.
Yeah, and you know what part of that is, Mike? I'm gonna let you go so we can get some other people in.
Yeah.
But I'm talk about that. Thanks for the call, bro. As always.
You good?
All right, and I'm gonna make sure you get connected with Who's Mark so we can take care of that just in case he needs you, man. All right. All right, bro.
All right, bro. Oh man.
Yeah. But just speaking about the team as a whole, and I just lost my train of thought. You know what I'm saying? As I was saying that to Michael, we were talking about Jack and him having some bad plays, and part of that is with Jared Jack, you're only gonna get so much, and so when you start to play him 30 minutes. When you start to play him 30 minutes, you're going to get diminishing returns. You know what I'm saying? Because Jared Jack is older. His body can only do so much, and his body can only take he can only it can only go so far. His body's only going to be able to go so far. You know what I'm saying? So what he's thinking he might want to do, his body may not be able to react fast enough or make the plays as accurate as he thinks he's going to make them, because he's older. That only makes sense. So the longer he's in the game, you're going to get diminishing returns, which is why like some other people said before, you need to play him just a couple of minutes. You know what I'm saying? You play him in 4 or 5 minute spurts because his body can take 4 or 5 minute spurts, and then you get him out. And if you need him, and you try to keep Jack fresh, because I'm going to admit he is our, as far as running a team, you know what I'm saying, he has probably the highest basketball IQ of our point guards as far as running a team and having the experience to run an NBA team. But you can't expect them to do it in the fourth quarter if you've already played them 30 minutes throughout the game, or if you've already played them 27, 25, 24 minutes throughout the game, and then expect him to do it in the fourth quarter, because his body is going to be worn down. You know what I'm saying? You've got to spread his minutes out, and then if you do want to use him in the fourth quarter, you would hope that he is, you know, he's a little bit more fresh. He has more legs. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, so Rodney, we're going to move on to the next topic, Rodney, and talk about trades a little bit, because right now, you know, it's been pretty silent for the Knicks. All right. So, folks, we got Rodney Blaze on the line. Hey, Rodney, why don't you give a shout out to just give a shout out to the chat right quick.
What's good, chat? What up, chat? Yo, Russ, you can hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you loud and clear.
All right, perfect, yo. Like it's time. Yo, man, trade silence. Yeah, it's been a little quiet. I just finished talking to my bro about that. I don't really know. I'm on the tank, man. Like, the thing is, I'm on the tank, but I'm really not on the tank because, yo, I don't like to build that losing mentality.
Right.
But it's like, Lee gotta go. KO gotta go. I like Enos, but Enos gotta be a backup. I need another 5. I need an athletic 5. I need an athletic 5, a defender, someone like that doesn't get in the way of Porzingis. So if I was to make a trade, man, probably Lee go to OKC for like Houston. They're small forward over there because I need a wing. Mm-hmm. But to be honest though, I still want to fight somehow to like try to make the playoffs, man. Even though we really probably got no chance of even making this playoffs after we taking L's like these, man. Like the Milwaukee L hurt. This L, yo, you know when you lose so much like this, I'm just I'm stunned. I almost don't even know how to feel about it. You know what I mean? When we lose games that we could possibly fight to stay in the race. Honestly, if Detroit didn't get Blake, I would have been like, you know what? It could be us, Detroit, Philly fighting for it. But man, Detroit about to take that 8 seed, and that's it. You know what I mean? We out of it. We out of it now.
Yeah. Now, I just want to respond to somebody in the chat. They say losing mentality is such BS. Look at Philly right now. Yeah, let's look at Philly right now. Philly is 25-25. They did all this tanking for years and years and years to be 25-25. You know what I'm saying? And half the players that they've tanked for are not even on the team.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I just don't subscribe to it. I don't think it works.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? If tanking worked, then you'd see these teams that so-called tanked be winning championship after championship because they have all these players.
Exactly.
You know, half of your lottery picks don't even stay on the same team.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? New Orleans Noel, he's no longer with Philly.
Jahlil
Okafor is no longer with Philly. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they got from their tank, they got 2 players left from their tank. Players that they may have gotten anyway if they weren't tanking. Who knows?
Trying to win and just losing games.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say that may have gotten if they didn't tank because you know they were high draft picks. Mm-hmm. You know they were high draft picks, so you know they got them from tanking. Yes, they did, but they're still only 25-25.
People making it seem like they all world, like they win in they 40-20. Like, dude.
You know, like, they're still only 25-25, and you don't know, and you don't even know, you know. Well, I mean, Ben Simmons, of course, missed a year. I'm not going to say he's injury prone yet. Hopefully it's just that 1 year and he doesn't have injury problems throughout his whole year. But Embiid, I mean, the other day he played his first back-to-back games. First back-to-back games.
Ridiculous.
Carter Williams. Yeah, Carter Williams was another guy.
Oh, my God, I forgot about Carter
Williams.
Williams.
And he's not even in Philadelphia
First and foremost,
anymore.
you know what's messed up?
I mean,
You know what's messed up, Russ? I know Carter Williams personally.
Yeah.
Used to play ball with him or whatever. Like, I forgot that dude was in the freaking tank. Like, he was a part of that situation. But what I really want to talk to you guys about, Russ, the trade silence. I don't really know anything about the trading, honestly. But I want to talk about a couple of things. Coaching, Tim Hardaway, KP, and the direction of where we going with this franchise. The direction, I think they lied about Frank talking about, I did see when he bumped his right knee, but he could have came out there and played back. He could have played. I don't like what they're doing with him, man. Stop babying him. And my brother gave me a good, idea, and I'm thinking like, yo, this makes sense. I think Jeff Hornacek isn't terrible. He's just not the coach for us. Right. Because his mentality and his demeanor doesn't fit with the Knicks. Like you said, and I agree with you wholeheartedly, we need a disciplinarian. We need somebody that's going to hold players accountable. And to go what Mark is saying, stop smirking, Jeff. I almost broke my laptop because I don't got no cable. I'm in school in Canada. I don't got no cable. I almost broke my laptop because, like, what are you smirking about? Why aren't you yelling? And that's another thing. You can't. It's not like you can't. You're not gonna yell at grown men making more money than you, from that standpoint. You know what I mean?
Right.
People like these players don't like that. But Mark Jackson, but even Mike Woodson, you see, it's like, yo, you saw why J.R. Smith looked at Mike Woodson as a father figure because it's like, yo, he held me accountable. The man flourished under Mike Woodson and won Sixth Man of the Year. We need a disciplinarian, and that's why certain franchises can't take it, which is why Memphis let go of Fizdale because they franchise player didn't like him because Fizdale's like, nah, I don't care if you're the franchise. You're going to listen to this coach and you're going to take this coach and you're going to take these coaching points.
Okay.
Like Tim Hardaway, oh my God. I don't care that you missing free throws. Even Frank, even your boy Porzingis missing free throws. I don't even care. You grab the rebound and you bring it out.
Right.
AAU basketball. AAU basketball, you know that you bring the ball out.
Exactly. Give me 1 second, Roddy. I want to, because I seen someone said, the Golden State Warriors built through the draft. I agree.
Yeah, they did.
Partly. But they didn't deliberately try to tank. And let's look at their draft picks.
Exactly.
Steph Curry was the number 7 pick. Right?
Yeah. Klay Thompson was like double-digit pick.
You got Udo was a number 6 pick. Where is he?
Trash.
Okay. Klay Thompson was a number 11 pick.
Yep.
Draymond Green was second round, 35 pick. Harrison Barnes, who's no longer with the team, was the number 7 pick. He's no longer with the team. Okay. So you have, and then now let's look at the rest of the team. Who else is on the team? When you talk about high draft picks, of course they got Kevin Durant through free agency.
They got Jordan Bell, who's failed. I don't even know if he's high draft pick.
Okay. These guys, they kind of built through the draft. Their main players, they got through the draft, but it wasn't like their main players were number 1 draft picks, number 2, or top 5. These guys weren't top 5.
Russ, at the end of the day, Russ, you need a coach to develop players.
Exactly. You got to have people develop players. You got to have good management. I would say the Warriors are good right now because of good management. Not just because of the draft. Because of good management, right? Good drafting, of course, but also good management, good scouting, good development. You know what I'm saying? That's where they excel throughout the years.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because their highest drafted player in the last since 2000, Steph Curry was drafted in 2009. The highest drafted player since then is a 6th pick, and this guy is where?
Exactly.
I don't even know. I'm not even sure. I'm not sure.
I could have sworn the Cleveland Cavaliers drafted Anthony Bennett first overall. Where's he at?
So you look at where he is right now. Is this guy? I'm not even. Right now he's averaging 3.3 points and 2.7 rebounds this year. 3.9 points, 3.1 rebounds for his career. So I get the argument about drafting and tanking. I understand the argument, but obviously when you look at the Warriors, it hasn't been, they didn't have to tank. You know what I'm saying? They were smart.
Yeah.
They were smart in the way that they developed their players. And if we want to look at their roster, matter of fact, I'm going to pull it up. I'll pull up their roster. I'll pull up their current roster and see how many were free agency. How many were top picks.
Exactly.
Because there's multiple ways to build, and you've got to use all of your resources to build.
For sure. Not
just tanking, because it's obviously, in my opinion, has not worked for the Philadelphia 76ers.
More importantly, is developing. I don't care where you draft a player. Is if can you develop them. That's the most important thing. Do you have the right system around them to develop players? That's really about it. Because how do you get so much good players coming out of the Spurs when the Spurs are never picking in they haven't picked their lottery in such a long time.
Exactly. It's called good management. That's exactly what it is. Good management.
Anthony Bennett, first overall pick, and he's terrible. Like, I don't even know where he is. But I'm gonna say one more thing before I get off, Russ.
Mm-hmm.
I am a firm believer in Frank. I love Frank's game. Obviously, me personally, I wanted Donovan Mitchell, but we have Frank. So I understand we have to be patient, but as New Yorkers, we are not patient. I know we are not. What do you think about? I don't want to do it, but what do you think about? Because I'm tired of not having a playoff berth. I need a berth. I need the playoffs. What do you think about somehow finding a way to get Terry Rozier?
Terry Rozier. I think Terry Rozier, we seen what he did to us the other day. I think
Lord.
Terry Rozier, he's nice, man. He's a good player. I was actually thinking about that during the game. How could we pull off a Terry Rozier? But I think we need to give Trey Burke and Frank a chance, though. I don't know what Terry Rozier's contract
I agree.
is. But I think we need to give them a chance.
I start to look in the future. They can't keep Marcus Smart and Terry Rozier unless they both take pay cuts. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's the same way with Golden State. You can't keep all the players. I'm starting to look for the future because this season's done to me.
I hear you.
Like, this season's done to me.
Now, Rod, let me just look at this real quick. All right. I just want to look at Golden State's.
For sure.
I'm just looking at their roster. Now, I don't have up here exactly, who was drafted with who, and you guys probably can help me out. But, of course, you look, JaVale, Chris Boucher, Quinn Cook. You got JaVale McGee. He was a free agent. David West, a free agent. Omri Caspi, a free agent. Zaza Pachulia, a free agent. Nick Young, a free agent. Sean Livingston, a free agent. Andre Iguodala, a free agent. Kevin Durant, a free agent. Steph Curry, they drafted. Jordan Bell, they drafted. Damian Jones, they drafted. Patrick McCall, they drafted. Draymond Green, they drafted. Not sure about Kevin Looney.
Looney.
I think they drafted him. I think they drafted him. Klay Thompson, they drafted. Now, but when you look at all these guys, right? Steph Curry was the 7th pick, like we said. Jordan Bell was 2nd round. I think Damian Jones was the 30th pick of the draft. Patrick McCall, I think, was 2nd round, I believe. I'm not sure. Draymond Green was 2nd round. Forgot what Kevin Looney is. Klay Thompson was the 11th pick. All right. I'm sorry. It's saying it right here what their pick is. So there we go. So it's saying it right here what their pick was. No, this is their number. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Klay
it's the number. Yeah,
that's the number. I'm tripping. Yeah. So there we. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, maybe half their team are draft picks, but they're not high draft picks. You know what I'm saying? They're not draft picks that were, you know, all these, you know, top 10 draft picks.
I'm gonna leave it at this. I'm gonna leave it at
that's
this.
where I am with. That's where I am with the draft. You know, what I'm saying, to
I'm gonna
me,
leave it at
you've
this.
You've got to do it all. You know, you've got to be able to develop players, draft players,
exactly, because
be good in free agency, handle your money. You know, it's a total effort.
Because your boy Steph Curry was hurt his whole career.
Yep.
Hurt his whole career. And Klay Thompson came into the league just a shooter. I watched him in Washington. Just a shooter. It was Mark Jackson who developed him and made him become a two-way player. And it was Mark Jackson. And it was Steve Kerr who implemented the offense to make your boy Curry flourish like that. Like, if they didn't fall into the right situations, these guys would be, who would they be? Klay Thompson would be a regular shooter, catch and shoot. Draymond Green would be a scrub that played defense.
Yep.
Like, what would they be?
I hear you. I hear you. It takes development, putting them in the right situations, those type of things. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I'm afraid with the Knicks.
Yeah, the Knicks haven't had that for years.
The Knicks didn't. Look at Iman Shumpert. Yo, from his rookie year, I don't see what improvement he made. Like, Iman Shumpert don't develop. Like, we struggle developing players. I'm kind of scared of that. You look all around the league, you see players on winning teams that came from the Knicks. Channing Frye. We had Channing Frye.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's a contributor on a winning team. Mm-hmm. David Lee left. David Lee was pretty good on the Knicks. I'll give him that. But David Lee didn't really reach his full potential until he left. Like, I'm kind of scared. Hopefully the new regime that we had on the Knicks changes things, man. Because Frank has potential, but if we don't do what we got to do with Frank, man, he's just gonna be just another foreign player, another foreign player. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I'm gonna let you go. Russ. I'm gonna be on the chat listening.
All right, bro. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate the call.
Doubt.
Appreciate the call. Yeah, definitely, man. You know, teams, and then if of course if you look at the Cavs, you know, they drafted LeBron, but he left and then came back. Of course, they drafted Kyrie, you know, but they made it to the championship last year with how many players that they drafted? I'm not even going to look it up, but not many. Most of their main players were through trades or free agency. You know, so, you know, there's a lot of different things that you have to do in order to be successful in this league. You know, and it's not just through the draft. Not just through the draft. But there's been a lot of trade silence as far as the Knicks are concerned. I haven't heard much. And I'm constantly looking to try to find out exactly, you know, to see where their mindset is now. Of course, a report came out to say that the Knicks are not looking to tank. They're looking to try to make the playoffs, and I get that, you know what I'm saying? That's cool. But I think at this point, you try to make the playoffs. You continue to try to make the playoffs. You don't make any trades that are going to hurt your cap flexibility, but you got to play the young guys. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to do. You got to play the young guys and let the young guys play so that so they can learn, you know what I'm saying? Because it's pretty clear that, to me, that we're not going to make the playoffs. We can talk about all these amazing runs that other teams have made. We're not doing it. We're not one of them, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So next up on the line, I got my man French Unicorn. What's popping, French?
What's up, Simeon? What's up, fellas? Marty, Tony, Michael, all the guys. What's up? Another ugly one. Yeah,
another ugly one, another bad one. You know what I'm saying? Bad one. Game that we could have won, should have won. You know what I'm saying? It's another bad one. And it's almost to the point where, you know, I mean, like people said, the players are probably losing faith, and the locker room is starting to me. I'm starting to feel like the locker room is probably lost.
You saw a few arguments on the court today too.
Yeah, that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen when you're losing, man.
You saw Tim Hardaway yelling at Jack. You saw Jack yelling at Hardaway. You saw Porzingis getting upset a few times too.
Yeah.
We're falling apart. It's My thing is, if we're out of the playoffs, which it looks like we are, why aren't we playing the youth? I still don't get it. I'm so lost on that.
Right.
Let's see these young guys play.
Exactly.
At least
let them play.
Older guys.
You know, let them play. Let them play. Let them do it. And you know, yeah, let them play. Just let them play. How much more can you say? Just let them play.
Yeah.
And try to win with them playing. You know what I'm saying?
Trey would have helped with some more minutes. Trey was our second leading scorer and only played 20 minutes.
Exactly.
I don't understand Hornacek's rotations right now. I don't get what he said yesterday in an interview that, you know, he wants to play Jack to win, but what are we winning for? We're not to the playoffs. It's
right.
over.
And see, this is what it don't make no sense. We're not winning with Jack playing. We're not winning with him. So what is the point? We're not winning with. I could understand if we had just won 8 of the last 10 games, 10 of the last 12 games. Then I could understand the philosophy. I could understand everything that he's saying. But we're not winning with him.
We lost
so what's the
7
point?
of the last 10. Yeah.
So what's the point? We're not winning with him. If we're not winning without him, so what? But we're not winning with him, so that means that it just means that we're not developing. Frank isn't developing. Or
It
I mean,
seems like Hornacek doesn't have a clear vision of what this season's meant for. It doesn't has a direction.
Right. And you know, you can develop by not playing too. You know what I'm saying? You can develop because you get a different perspective of the game when you're sitting on the bench. You get a different perspective of the game. You know, you get to see things a little bit differently. Think about what it is that you can do, but you still need to play. You need to be able to put those two things together. You know what I'm saying? You need to be able to get on the floor and experience different situations on the floor. That's the only way for you to get, not the only way, but it's one of the main ways for you to get better, is to experience those situations. You look at some of those situations from the bench and think about what you could have and should have done and what you would do if you were in that situation. And then you got to be in that situation so you can actually practice it. Hornacek's not putting them there.
I think that our guys, the little playing time that they get, they look good. I mean, Trey especially. We just came after 2 do-not plays, or at least one, and one with very minimal minutes. And he still only got 20 minutes. I still think that, I don't know, what is this infatuation that he has with Jack getting 30 minutes and 8-minute stretches? I don't, just bad coaching.
Yeah.
He's got to get him out.
Yeah. David Perez, you say if we're all saying it, they're probably thinking it. You might be right. And I hope that they're thinking it. But if they are, what's taking so long?
I haven't heard one story, though. I haven't seen the Daily News or the Post or the Newsday or the Fan or nothing, right? You know, fire Hornacek. I haven't seen it anywhere yet.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I haven't seen that. And, you know, they probably, I'm sure the question is out there. I still don't think that they're going to fire him this season, though. I don't think they fire him this season. I think that they'll probably keep him to the end of the season and then make some decisions in the summertime. You know, especially if we decide let's play the youth, they're going to want to see what he does with the youth, I think.
I say fire him before the Super Bowl starts.
Get him out of there, right? I mean, I think the reason why that, you know, part of the reason is, you know, if you fire him, you know, for the young guys, it's going to, and you think about for KP, you know, that's already going to be his second coach?
4th coach. He has Fisher.
Who he had? Oh, yeah, he had
Fisher, Rambis. Now Hornacek.
Then Hornacek, and then that would be his fourth coach. But this is his 3rd coach.
Yeah. Yeah, but Porzingis' development isn't going according to plan either. With a better coach, you have better plays for KP. He played great today, but we're still not seeing no oops. You're not seeing when he's cutting to the basket, they're not throwing it up for a 7'3" guy. Throw it down like, you know, it's the easiest play in the NBA, and you never see it.
Yeah, but you know, I think that if they're gonna let Jeff go, I think they'll wait until the end of the season, because I'm just not sure what good it's gonna do now, because you're probably, unless they already have in mind who they're gonna bring in. If they already have in mind who they're gonna bring in, and they say, let's bring this guy in, let this guy start working with the team, start talking about how we want to fill out the team in free agency, I guess then it makes sense. If you don't know who you want to bring in, I think you just stay with Jeff until the end of the season, until you decide who you want to bring in, and then start having that guy build your team, because then you're talking about Kurt Rambis stepping up to be the coach.
I was just gonna say that was the next thing out of my mouth was at least fire Rambis so I don't have to see his face on the sideline
right
anymore.
There you go. Because if I can guarantee you right now, if you fire Jeff Hornacek right now, and you don't have a replacement in mind,
yeah, that's who's gonna step up.
Then Kurt Rambis is gonna step up to be the coach.
Yeah,
right.
And that's gonna be going backwards, back to the triangle.
Exactly. Yeah. Right. Maybe. So I think you wait until you have a plan in place. You know what I'm saying? You don't just do it. I think you wait till you have a plan in place.
So we'd be frustrated till the end of the year, me and you and the guys.
Yeah, we're probably gonna be frustrated to the end of the year. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure soon enough there's going to be at the Garden. There's going to be fire Hornacek chance soon enough at the Garden.
Well, what are we gonna do about who's Mark though? We're going to have to go to his funeral if we keep.
Yeah, man, we got to keep Who's Smart together, man. We got to keep him together. We got to keep his head there, because it's going to change, man. It's going to change. Yeah.
We got to
change. It's going to change.
Mark, we got a good future, man. Hold on. Be patient, bro.
Yeah. For sure. All right, French, man. I'm going to let you go.
Guys. Yo, good night. I hope we win a game eventually.
Yeah, man. Who you got with the Super Bowl, bro? Who you got for the Super Bowl?
I want to see the Eagles win because I have a very good friend of mine at the game, but I really think the Patriots.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, you know what I'm saying? I'll be checking out the game tonight. Peace out, brother.
Out, man. Have a good night, guys.
You too, man.
Peace.
Trade silence. A lot of trade silence. Haven't heard much on the trade front. You know what I'm saying? But, something's got to give. We got to do something. We've got to do something. We got to make something happen. If we're talking about playing the young guys, then we probably need to get rid of some of our vets that we don't need. And start looking at what vets is going to be able to net us some young players. I hate to give up Courtney Lee, but he might be one of the main ones that's going to bring us some value in return. Jack, it might be time to just. Look, I'm not going to lie. I like Jack because I like his mentorship. I like him as an insurance policy. I would like to see him remain with this team even into next year. Not getting the minutes that he's getting, but there to be a mentor for these young guys, because if he was good for Frank, and I think he's good for Frank, he can be good for Trey Burke as well, because Trey Burke obviously needs some mentorship. He could be good for Trey Burke. He could be good for Frank. I think he's the kind of guy you keep around. I think Courtney Lee is the kind of guy you keep around, because you got to have vets. You got to have vets that's going to give you a positive influence, that's going to help teach these guys. You got to have vets there. But if you have to trade them to get something young, I understand. To move your team forward. I get it. I understand that. But if I can keep Jack, if I can keep Lee, those two guys I try to keep around. I would. Especially Jack, because Jack is on a very cheap contract. You know what I'm saying? Jack is making $2 million a year. If you can get value, $2 million a year, and if he's there to help mentor your guys and teach your guys, there's a lot of value in that. Now, Courtney Lee makes $12 million a year, and that makes him, because he's having a good season, even though he didn't play well tonight, because he's having a good season, it makes his contract, it makes him, someone that could be traded, because that $12 million can net you something. It can get you something. It can definitely get you something. But I like Courtney Lee and I like Jack. I like them as veterans to help us lead this team forward. And guys that can be around to help just teach the little nuances of the game. And I think they're valuable players. When you got a guy like, Tim Hardaway can still use mentorship from Courtney Lee, because Courtney Lee's been there. He's been around. He's been from team to team. He's been to the finals. He's been up and down in this league. He's been on the bench. He's been a starter. So he's someone who can help Tim Hardaway become more consistent. Tim Hardaway went to Atlanta, became a little bit more professional. He's back. He's more professional. But you still, I don't care how old you are, you still need some mentorship. Then, of course, Trey Burke, like I just said, Trey Burke and Frank can use Jarrett Jack, to help them. And then if we have some kind of, and, we would have hoped that Noah would have been that kind of guy for KP, for Billy, that kind of a mentor. It didn't work out. You know what I mean? But, if you can get a big that can kind of be a veteran mentor, that's good for the team. You need those kind of players. But, if you got to use them to get draft picks or free up money or get some young players that can really move you forward, then I understand that. That's what we should be looking at right now. You know what I'm saying? That's what we should be looking at right now. But, I haven't heard anything. Haven't seen anything. The Knicks are quiet, very quiet. The last time the Knicks were this quiet, we didn't do anything at all. We just we stayed put. And this is not the time, really, to stay put. Not that we need to try to do anything to move us into the playoffs. We need to try to do things that are going to set us up for the future. You know what I'm saying? That's what we need to be doing and where we need to be going. So, we need to be doing something. And I'm hoping that we're doing something. But I'm listening, I'm looking around, and I don't hear anything. Have you guys heard anything? The only thing that I did hear is that the Knicks are trying to trade Joakim Noah, which, may be an effortless situation. You know what I'm saying? Because, really, are you really going to trade him? Who's going to take him? Nobody. Now, if you're going to, if you're going to package Hernan Gomez to somebody, and they're willing to take Hernan Gomez, they're willing to take Noah so that they can get Hernan Gomez, maybe. I don't know. So, it's been quiet. I'm hoping that it picks up, so we can figure out some things that's going on. I don't think that the Knicks are going to get rid of Hornacek right now. I think it's going to be, you got to know what you're doing. You got to know what you're doing for the Knicks to get rid of Hornacek. You got to know who's on deck, in my opinion. You got to know who's on deck. Because if you don't know who's on deck, then we're going to be stuck with Kurt Rambis, and we don't want to be stuck with Kurt. Definitely don't want to be stuck with Kurt. So, let's move on to the Knicks in Milwaukee. And I'm not even sure if there's a reason to move on to the Knicks in Milwaukee. I don't know how much we're going to get out of talking about the next game. With us being out of the playoffs. But let's talk about it anyway. Hopefully the Knicks have the fire and the desire to try to get this game back after losing in the last 30 seconds of the game. Again, off of botched fourth quarter play. Bad fourth quarter play. But I'm not sure. Because if we've lost the locker room and guys are starting to believe that we can't win, guys are beginning to forget about the playoffs or lose interest, not lose interest, but lose belief in making the playoffs, then I'm not sure we're going to have it. So I'm really looking to see what our demeanor is like coming out in this game. What is our demeanor like? I want to see that. I'm interested to see that. Because the way we come out on the floor, our body language, the way we play will tell us everything we need to know. Dean, you say the Knicks will probably win. I hope so. I want the Knicks to win. I'm tired. I hate losing. I can't stand losing. But I think the Knicks, the way the Knicks come out is going to tell us everything we need to know, in my opinion, about the locker room, about the season. I think we already know about the season. I think we already know about the season, but it's going to tell us about the locker room, the way the players are responding to the coach, everything. I think this next game tells us everything that we need to know about the Knicks and their mentality. Because if they come out and they're lazy, they're lackadaisical, this is a game the Knicks could get blown, now that I'm thinking about it. It's a game that I think they could get blown. After losing to the Hawks, they've had some infighting on the floor. This is a game that could the Knicks could get ran out the building, blown off the map, and this could be, depending on how they rebound and how they respond. If they come in and if they are still motivated to play, if they still feel like they can win, then we would see them come out and respond with the right energy, the right motivation, play hard, play tough. If they come out and lay an egg, then they've given up on the season too. They're done. So that's what I'm looking to see from these guys. I want to see. And I want to know who's going to be that spiritual leader, right? Who's going to be the motivator now? Who is that guy to look everyone in the face and say, yo, we got to come out here and ball. You know what I'm saying? We got to come out here and play. If we want to have a chance, this is it. This is it. This is the game. Who comes out to say that and does that? Who has enough clout in the locker room to do it? Who has enough heart to do it? I don't know. But I'm going to get out of here. It's been real talking to you guys today. You know what I'm saying? I know we got a lot of concerned Knicks fans. But I'm going to get out of here. But before I get out of here, talk about the Super Bowl for just a quick second. You know what I'm saying? I do not like the Patriots. I am not a Patriots. I do not want the Patriots to win. But I want to know from you guys. Who do you guys want to win? I think a good portion of you guys are probably Giants fans. So you probably want the Patriots to lose. But I know some Giants fans want the Patriots to win so that the Giants remain the only team that beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl. Right? What's your guys' thoughts, man? What's your feelings? What's your opinions? I'm not too concerned about that. I want the Pats to lose. I want the Patriots done. I want them gone. I can't stand the Patriots. Super Blue, you say you're a Tom Brady fan. Come on, B. Get him out of here. I need the Patriots to lose this one. I have a feeling they're going to win. I'm not going to lie. I have a feeling that they're going to win, but I want them to lose. But just knowing who they are and what they do, I feel like they'll probably win the game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I like the Giants, man. Nah, you said, do I have a Giants chat? No, I don't. But maybe that's something we do. Maybe we need to get a Giants chat too. You know what I'm saying? I might do it. I might do one. Who knows? We'll see. But because I'm a huge Giants fan. As a matter of fact, my buddy, check this out, y'all. Check this out. My birthday was like a couple weeks ago. Like 2 weeks ago. One of my buddies, man, he sent me, I'm going to put this up here so y'all can see it. Right? He sent me this Super Bowl, this 2008 Super Bowl champions football signed by players. I don't even know who the players are. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't even care. I believe Brandon Jacobs is up there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was a great gift. You know what I'm saying? He sent it to me in the mail. And I was excited, ecstatic. You know what I mean? So, I got a little memorabilia wall. I'm going to make sure and I got a case and everything for it. You know what I'm saying? So I got a memorabilia wall that I'm going to take and put it up there, stuff like that. So, yeah, for sure. Oh, French, he said, let's go Cowboys. Don't do it to me, French. French unicorn, don't do it. But, yeah, you know what? I think I might do it, though. You guys said let's do let's get a Giants chat going. I think I might do it. We'll get a Giants chat going. Maybe we'll start sometime during the off season. When the Knicks kind of done, maybe we'll start in the off season with a Giants chat. That'll be what's up. That works. We'll do that. All right. But listen, I'm about to peace out, man, and get ready to watch this game tonight. And I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Play the Bucks on Tuesday. I'll see you guys on Tuesday. And try to keep your head up. Oh, wait a minute. One more thing. Hold up before I go. I don't think what's it called is off. Whose mark is off? But I just want to play this right quick. I want you guys to hear this. Right? This is the mad rapper. The mad rapper right here.
Damn, dog.
Ladies and gentlemen,
please take your seats. Ladies and gentlemen, please. Mr. Rapper, who are these people running up on stage? I love you, dog. Ladies and gentlemen, please have your seats. Mr. Rapper, who are these people?
Yo, those my nephews, dog. That's Shiesty.
Who's Mark?
Backstab?
And the little one right there.
Sounds just like who's Mark.
Welcome to my show. So, Mr. Rapper, tell me, why are they mad?
Yo, I'm gonna tell you why we mad, son. Where the fuck you gotta live to get a deal, man? All these groups in the five boroughs, man. He gets a group from Yonkers.
Hey, who's Mark? You hear that?
Dog, Yonkers. Them niggas got their own fucking mayor. They don't even use the same mayor we use, dog. They got a whole other law. The speed limit is 25, son. What the fuck? What the fuck is all this nigga mind? Yo, LOX. I don't even. What the fuck is that? The locks. Get that shit. What's the locks? What lock? What? What?
Gentlemen, please.
Hey, who's Mark? I know. Yeah, you the Mad Knicks fan. Who's Mark for sure? The Mad Knicks fan. Yeah, YouTube are probably gonna censor me up. They're probably gonna put, tell me that my video is not suitable for all advertisers or something like that. I ain't worried about it. It's all good. That's you. That's you, Mark. That's you, Mark. The Mad Knicks fan. The Mad Rapper, the Mad Knicks fan. For sure. All right. Hey, yo, I'm out, guys. I will talk to you guys Tuesday. And, enjoy the game tonight. And let's stay easy. For sure. If you guys like this video, make sure you subscribe. Ring the bell. That way you know every time that I go live. Check out these videos over here. Enjoy them. Give me some feedback. Let me know what you think about the channel. Make sure you put some comments in the comment section. Talk to me a little bit. I'd love to see you on the next show in the chat. Peace.